Hello, hello. How are you?
Hey,
No.
what's going on, Paul?
Hey, well, we were so excited to have you on with us today because this one was wild. I didn't know where it was going at any
Right.
time, and when you get a script like this, you must think the same thing, and it's like, oh, I got to do this, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
exactly. It's these are easy ones. These are easy yeses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, actually, I guess if Tyler asked you to do anything, I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah,
Probably didn't have to read the
Nice to be able
script,
to work
right?
with Tyler Perry for sure.
exactly.
Yeah, that's so cool. Well, I mean, I know it's always a really interesting set full of great people on it. Do you have a particular memory that stands out for each of you? Being on there, looking around, going, man, I get paid for this.
There was a lot of different moments. I think if one jumped out to me, it was definitely in the third act when everything kind of switches up a bit. And I just remember shooting the scene, and then in between takes we would have the banter going on back and forth, like we kind of didn't break character, so
Yeah.
we were staying in the excitement of that. And then Kat was bringing what she had to it, and Tyler Perry's right there. And I just remember, and even the location we were at, seeing you pull up in the car and stuff.
Mm.
I just remember that scene was so much fun for me. And I remember thinking something similar, like, wow, we get to just
Mhm.
be here and do this for a living. It was amazing.
I think for me there was a great scene actually at a real cemetery where
Mm.
Caleb, played by great actor Jimmy Stanton, I think is his last name, and we had this scene. It was the end of the night, and when you have those types of scenes as actors, it's kind of like fourth quarter. You don't want to mess up, come in, everybody ready to go home. And I just remember it just felt so great. Jimmy was on, I was on, and we knocked that scene out so quick. And I remember watching it. It was so eerie. We were in a cemetery. They were blowing in smoke or fog, and you just looked around and it was, man, honestly, it was just eerie as shit. And so you look around and you're kind of like, damn, like, wow, man, we out here making a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Blessed.
Yeah,
man,
wow, that's so cool. And people look up to you and they think that's what I want to do. And so, what
yeah.
kind of advice would you give to somebody that wants to follow in your footsteps and do what you do so well?
Shoot, go
Mm.
go do something else. Listen, this is not like I
This
said,
ain't what you
100.
want.
It is not for the weak, man. But it is rewarding. Just know that, we are two very fortunate individuals. So are Kat, so are Megan Tandy, who are also in the film. And it's a tough industry. It's a tough nut to crack, but it can be cracked. It's a different day and time.
Yeah.
So it's not like it was when I first started out, man. I moved to LA in the late 90s, and felt like a gazillion shows looking for new faces. And nowadays, everybody's kind of taking a step back. The movie stars are now doing TV, which then forces the TV actors to only do guest
Mm,
stars and not a guest stars. So everything is kind of moved backwards. And so, movies like this, working with Mr. Perry, working with
yeah.
guys like Tyler, Lepley, and Megan and Kat, I'm reminded of how fortunate, how blessed I am. So I tell anybody, if you want to do it, just get ready. Just get ready. You know what I mean? It's again not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, and that's the main thing, is if this is a space that you really want to, work to be in, you gotta put the work in.
Yeah,
We
work
always
experience.
hear the saying, behind every overnight success, there's 10 or 15
Man,
years or something like that. So someone's gonna see this movie. And even though he's been so successful for so long, I've been at it for 15 years, there's gonna be somebody who sees this for the first time, be like, oh wow, they just jumped on the screen on the billboard, so I want to do that. And it's like you gotta be willing to put the work in. It's not just about being on TV. We love what we do as actors and as artists. So
Yeah.
if you're down to take that trek, then it can be done.
Well, you're doing it so well. So, congratulations on this one. We're going to tell everyone to check it out. Look forward to talking to you both again soon.
thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.